Hey everyone, and welcome to What Did I Miss?, where today I thought I would have some fun and take my turn at recasting 10 characters from the first season of the fan-favorite science fiction series, Babylon 5. Just recently, we received word that a reboot of the series is in the process of being written by Babylon 5 creator J. Michael Straczynski for Warner Brothers to appear on the CW network. And hopefully, we will soon hear some more details about the upcoming pilot. In case you are not aware of this, I put out a video about the story that I will link here and in the description if you would like to check it out. But until then, let's take a look at these characters and dream about which actors will be taking on these beloved roles. After the video, let me know in the comments what you think of these choices and who you would rather see in any of these roles. I also picked out 10 characters from the pilot and first season, so if you want me to recast roles that came on later, such as Marcus or Zach Allen, let me know that in the comments as well. But before I get into my picks, I wanted to welcome you to WDIM and ask that you please hit that like button to help support the channel. Lita Alexander was a telepath introduced in the pilot who left the series but then returned for the second season due to a contract dispute with the actress playing her, Patricia Tallman. She became an integral part of the Vorlon plotline due to her relationship with Ambassador Kosh, and later became vital during the last season due to her relationship with Byron and the telepaths on Babylon 5, before heading off into the sunset with Jakar in the final episode on an existential trip through space to find her pleasure threshold. I think that Fiona Dourif would be a great pick for this character due to the intense nature of this role and the actress's tendency for taking on intense roles, such as characters she played in the Stand miniseries, the Purge series, as well as her association with the Child's Play franchise. Another cool aspect of her casting would be that her father, Brad Dourif, guest starred on an episode of Babylon 5 as Brother Edward during the show's third season. Also a telepath, Talia Winters replaced Lita Alexander on Babylon 5 after the pilot movie and then left the show during the second season after it was revealed that she was a sleeper agent for the Psi Corps. The actress who played the role, Andrea Thompson, left the show due to her feeling like her character did not have enough to do on the show, similar to how Denise Crosby left Star Trek The Next Generation during the show's first season for the same reasons. One interesting storyline with Talia Winters that never really got a chance to be explored was her possible relationship with Station Lieutenant Commander Ivanova, which ended as soon as it was revealed that Miss Winters was a spy and was removed from the station, something that affected Ivanova for years afterwards. Sci-fi veteran Katie Sackhoff would do a great job playing this cold character with something to hide, but who also has a warmer side, and is known for playing roles in Battlestar Galactica, The Mandalorian, and Another Life. Vir Koto is a character that starts out as comic relief, but turns into one destined to lead an empire. Starting out as the assistant to Londo Mollari and referred to as a disgrace to his family, Vir goes through one of the largest arcs throughout the series. By the end, Vir is primed to take over as ambassador to Babylon 5 for the Centauri Empire, which is now a very prestigious position thanks to his efforts as Londo's moral center. Although Rainn Wilson is best known for his role as Dwight Schrute on the American version of The Office, he has a ton of experience with science fiction as well. In fact, one of his first roles was in the sci-fi parody movie Galaxy Quest, as well as taking on a rebooted version of the infamous Star Trek character Harry Mudd on Discovery. Even his role on The Office as Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager, would seem to prepare him well for this role as assistant to the Centauri ambassador on Babylon 5. Londo Mollari becomes one of the most important figures in the history of Babylon 5 and shows the viewer how easily a person can be manipulated by their own driven purpose. Londo is a tragic character who thinks himself a patriot, wanting to see his home planet once again become the power in the galaxy. But along the way, he makes a deal with more than one devil and cannot escape the ramifications of his actions while trying to set right the wrongs he sees that he has created along the way. This is mostly done through his relationship with Jakar, a fierce rival that turns into a respected compatriot. Much like how Rainn Wilson is known for a role that he played on a sitcom, Jason Alexander also has experience with science fiction, having appeared on the series Star Trek Voyager and the Orville, and he is set to lend his voice to a character on the new animated series Star Trek Prodigy. It would also be a lot of fun to see him and Rainn Wilson, two actors known as great improvisational comedians, riff off each other as these two characters. And while he is known for playing the cantankerous George Costanza on Seinfeld, he has also shown the ability to play more sinister characters throughout his career, which would do him very well in this complex role. Jakar is another character that goes through a very large arc, starting out as an almost deceitful villain looking to destroy his rival, who evolves into the spiritual leader for his people. When we are introduced to Jakar, he acts like a character who lies and cheats his way to get what he wants, but after his people, the Narn, are almost annihilated in a war with the Centauri, he becomes a symbol of hope through his acts as well as his writings. Sam Witwer may not be a name you are familiar with, But if you have watched anything animated in the Star Wars universe, including the video games, you have probably either heard or seen him, as he provided the likeness and voice for the Starkiller character in the Force Unleashed video games, and also voiced Darth Maul in the Clone Wars series. He is also known for playing the character Crashdown on Battlestar Galactica, and has had major roles in many other series over the past 2 decades. The actor who takes on this role must be able to emote from under layers of prosthetic makeup, and Sam Witwer is known for being able to show many faces of emotionality in his roles. The chief medical officer on Babylon 5, Dr. Stephen Franklin, gives the viewer an intimate look at the private and professional life of a man living in extraordinary circumstances. Throughout the run of the series, Dr. Franklin is forced to deal not only with the life and death decisions he is forced to make, but also deals with addiction, intense stress, and loneliness, while helping create an underground railroad for refugees through the station. Not to mention being a frontier doctor during multiple wars and a secession. Dr. Franklin tries to hold it all together and shows us that you do not need to do everything right to make a difference. David Ramsey is mostly known for his role as John Diggle on the series Arrow, but he is also known for roles on Blue Bloods and Dexter. In all these roles, he plays a complicated, empathetic man, dealing with the crazy things happening around him with a cool head, which would be perfect casting for this character. Serving as the head of station security for most of the series, Michael Garibaldi is a haunted character that deals with more than one set of demons during the course of the series. Someone who could be both very warm and very cold, Mr. Garibaldi is a complicated man with strong convictions and a sometimes obsessive personality that gets him into as much trouble as it does make him great at what he does. Being introduced as a character that may not even deserve to be in the position he is in, he becomes a catalyst for many of the major events in the later seasons of the series, and gets arguably the best ending of any of the main characters, gaining a family and a position of wealth and influence. John Magaro is an Italian-American actor who has appeared in many series in the past decade, including roles on Orange is the New Black and The Umbrella Academy. But it is his recent role as the family consigliere/enforcer Silvio Dante in the Sopranos prequel The Many Saints of Newark that leads me to believe that the actor will be able to take on this complex role. A character with a heartbreaking background who becomes a captain in her own right, Susan Ivanova is often the linchpin that holds Babylon 5 together through its many catastrophes in the first 4 seasons of the show. Even though she is not present during the show's 5th season except for the series finale, it is still hard to think of the station Babylon 5 and not think of her in the command center, which is a testament to the impact she had on the show. She was fiercely protective of her friends and the station, and would deliver some of the most powerful scenes during the course of the entire series as the person standing between Babylon 5 and Oblivion. While her character was intensely strong, she could also be the funniest character on the show at times, and would break the tension in many scenes with her dry humor. Stephanie Beatrice is most well known for her role as Rosa Diaz on the series Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and is an actress who is also well versed in dry humor and intense monologues, which would make her perfect for the role. One aspect of Ivanova's character was that she was Russian, which would be hard for an actress of Argentinian descent to pull off, so this aspect of the character would need to be changed, but even Claudia Christian, who played the role, was of Irish descent and not Russian. One of the most intriguing and significant characters on Babylon 5, Delen starts as an ambassador to Babylon 5 for the Minbari, and becomes one of the most important figures in the history of her people. Delen was originally conceived as a male character, and even when the character was cast as a woman, Mira Furlan's voice was meant to be altered to make her sound more masculine, but producers agreed this would be a bad idea. In the 2nd season of the series, it was decided to make the character look more human, and eventually, she became a love interest of the captain of the station. Whoever takes on this role would have to be a talented actress that can be gentle as well as a passionate leader, as a Lady of the Lake type archetype character. Rebecca Ferguson would be a great choice for the part, that I would bill as one of the 2 main characters on the series, after she has appeared in many fantastic roles over the past decade, including her role as Lady Jessica in the recent reimagining of the sci-fi classic Dune. Throughout the 1st season, Jeffrey Sinclair is the leader of Babylon 5 and tasked with keeping the peace, while also trying to learn more about his own mysterious past and unknown destiny. Michael O'Hare played the role but left after the 1st season, and it was revealed later after the actor's passing that this was due to issues the actor was having with his own mental health. Because of this, Mr. O'Hare, along with Babylon 5 creator J. Michael Straczynski, agreed to write his character off the show, which created a new character, Captain John Sheridan, for the 2nd season on, while allowing Mr. O'Hare to return for a few episodes to wrap up his character arc. Because of these extenuating circumstances, it is likely that any reboot would not cast these 2 roles separately and would instead combine them into one. Thomas Jane is a well-known actor who has led many movies including The Punisher, Deep Blue Sea, and The Mist, while also starring in series like Hung and The Expanse. He would be a perfect choice to play this well-traveled yet troubled commander who is trying to hold everything together while also organizing a resistance and being responsible for the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. Well, those are my picks for the new cast of Babylon 5, but let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please hit the like button if you have enjoyed it, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?